He works in media, and she works in marketing, but they're in the same boat, because he's like...
How can we boost these numbers?
And she's like...
How can we get eyes on this collection?
We can do something with an old show.
Dude, Night Boat.
Night Boat, a shadowy flight into the world...
We can live stream the fashion show.
Or the summer collection.
Let's get some buzz on social. Put on a lookalike contest. No. Him. Perfect. Give him an award. Stream it online, put some ads on it. Not those ads. Those ads.
Look at this. We are blowing up on Facebook. Focus on those shoes. No, those. No, those. Perfect. Put it online. Make it interactive.
Wait. Don't Germans like this show? Translate to German, cut a deal overseas, make an app, watch the data. Yes. Germans love this show.
Don't we make these in the room? Chop it up, grab that singer. Her. Make a GIF. Make a guff.
What's a guff?
Watch the data.
Watch the data.
Watch the data.
We can do better.
We can do better.
Yeah, they can do better.
Same show, different audience.
Same product, different market.
Night Boat app on fire in Australia. Get more episodes for the OTT launch.
They love the shoes in Japan. Launch it on social.
Chop it up.
Change it up.
Rethink.
Redistribute.
Watch the data.
Watch the data.
It works.
It works.
Nice show.
Nice shoes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brightcove's Chief Executive Officer, David Mendels.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Welcome to Boston and welcome to Brightcove Play. 12 years ago, we founded Brightcove with the vision that video would be as ubiquitous as text on the web. We were right. Over the past 12 years, we've helped online video move from crawling to walking to running. And you, the people in this room today, have made it happen. Today, with video making up the majority of all traffic on the web and exploding on devices and social networks, we're all running. And our job at Brightcove is to help you run faster. Over the past 2 years, we've delivered a tremendous amount of innovation. We re-architected, we rebuilt, we reintroduced virtually every part of our product line. And the majority of you have now made the transition with us to these new technologies and are enjoying the benefits. Here's what's happening. We introduced the new Brightcove Player, an entirely new ingest architecture called Dynamic Ingest, and the new Video Cloud Studio. As of this month, the new player is the majority of all streams, and we're already delivering over 2 billion player loads per month. It's robust, it's complete, it's mature, and it's still the fastest player technology in the industry. Over 60% of our video uploads have moved from our legacy ingest methods to the new Dynamic Ingest and CMS API. You've seen significant improvements in performance and stability and consistency. 50% of you have already made the move to the new Video Cloud Studio. It's better, faster, lighter, has many more features, and this is where all our development and innovation is going. So for those of you who haven't yet made the transition to the new technologies and the new Video Cloud, we're here with the tools and expertise to help you make it happen. We have sessions this afternoon, tomorrow morning, to review how to make the transition. And of course, you can always talk to your account manager to review your particular situation. For us, helping you run faster means 4 things. One is improving the end user experience. How can we make it so you get more views, longer view times, more engagement, more return viewers? 2 is reducing complexity. It shouldn't be so hard to launch and build great video experiences, to integrate it with your back-end systems, to reduce the time and cost of delivering these experiences across all the devices that you care about. 3rd is, how do we increase the business impact? How do you get more out of what you're doing with video, going beyond just great experiences to provide solutions that address ROI-specific problems that you've told us about? And 4th is building out the Brightcove platform and ecosystem. Delivering what you need requires more than just point solutions. It requires a platform and an ecosystem of innovative partners that together can provide far more than any one company can do on its own. So with that as a framework, let's talk about what we've done over the past year and where we're headed in the future. When we talk about improving the user experience, there's three things in particular I want to focus on. Performance is critical, especially on mobile devices. Beautiful experiences that engage audiences and keep them on your site longer. And quality, the quality of the video itself, the quality of the stream, and having the underlying data to monitor and optimize what your viewers are seeing. Let's take a look at each of these. We'll talk about performance first. So when we set out to design the new Brightcove player, performance was at the core of our design. We knew that if we made it lightning fast, that would translate into meaningful results. We know that viewers disengage and go elsewhere when a page takes too long to load, or give up when a video doesn't immediately play when you hit that play button. Performance is the most important foundational element of user experience on the web. Google has stated, we want you to be able to flick from one page to another as quickly as you can flick the pages in a book. So that's about 100 milliseconds. At Brightcove, we want you to be able to hit play on a video and have it play as fast as changing channels on your TV. Well, we're over a year into launching our new player, and we recently hired a third party to benchmark our player performance. And as you can see here, the Brightcove player is still the fastest player in the industry. And Google hasn't quite hit their goal yet, and neither have we. But that's a North Star that our team aims for every day. This past year, in fact, we introduced a new version of the HTML5 player, which allows us to use HLS across all modern browsers and eliminates the need for Flash. Our testing shows tremendous performance improvements, including 40% lower CPU utilization. Performance is a particularly critical issue on mobile devices. Brightcove has and continues to invest significantly in helping to shape and implement industry standards to improve mobile video experiences. And our customers are leveraging this. For example, we're working with Google around accelerated mobile pages and Facebook around instant articles. And you can see here customers like the Financial Times and Trinity Mirror are leveraging these to deliver great experiences on mobile devices. We already have the wrappers and the documentation you need to take advantage of AMP and Facebook Instant Pages today. Another aspect of performance is getting the news and the stories to viewers quickly so you can capture that top spot on searches. We made big improvements in shortening your time to live. For example, the combination of our new CMS API and the dynamic ingest service helps you get videos live faster than ever before. We see an average 40% improvement in time to live, but in some cases as much as 90%. So at the risk of repeating myself, if you haven't made the transition yet to uploading through the new studio or through the new dynamic ingest service, you're limping when you could be running. And if you need help with the transition, just talk to your account manager here at the show today. Our focus on user experience starts with performance, but we're also investing in continually improving the visual and interaction model of our player. And to that end, a few months ago, we rolled out a major update to the web player skin. The new Luna skin is based on feedback from you, as well as extensive usability testing. It brings a brighter, more fluid design to the mouse over experience, makes key improvements in accessibility and usability, and like the previous generation of skins, it's lightning fast to load. We also introduced a new out-of-the-box skin for our iOS and Android SDKs. While they're inspired by the web player, they're designed to fit in with the native look and feel of the iOS and Android platforms. So in addition to the out-of-the-box experience, we've really focused on making it easy as possible for your designers to create custom experiences as easily as designing a website with HTML and CSS. One of my favorite examples is Watch Me from New Zealand Media and Entertainment. It's a beautiful site. I'll just show you real quickly here. It's all local content from New Zealand, great hero image, different playlists. You've got your recommended, your popular, the latest from the New Zealand Herald. You've got these great mouse overs where you get the information on each show. This is from Daz and Asked or Barry at the Movies. And so you can use the out-of-the-box experience, but any web designer now can create custom experiences with our player incredibly easily, and it's really beautiful. When we talk about creating beautiful experiences, it's not just player experiences, it's the overall experience. And that's why 2 years ago at this show at Brightcove Play, we introduced Brightcove Gallery. Not every team has the design and technical resources to build a site like the Watch Me site from New Zealand. But with Gallery, you don't need to compromise. Beautiful customizable templates, built-in best practices, built-in support for SEO. The Detroit Symphony Orchestra, that's what we're seeing here, is a great example of a beautiful gallery experience that uses all of these capabilities. It also shows how easy it is to create. The judges at the Massachusetts Innovation and Technology Exchange were so impressed with DSO Replay that it was a finalist in 2 categories this year. So congratulations to that team. I think they're here. Anyway, thank you. Great work. We continue to invest heavily in Gallery and introduced a huge swath of new features for delivering these experiences since the last play. Karen Chaffee will talk more about Gallery in her keynote shortly after this and show off some major new innovations for the first time today. You can't talk about quality without talking about the actual quality of the video itself. And the next generation formats are already here, and Brightcove is supporting them. Ultra high definition, 4K resolution, and high dynamic range means sharper and more vibrant images. And doubling frame rates to 60 frames per second makes sports content, for example, look more natural and engaging. These formats require more advanced compression standards like HEVC and VP9, which we're supporting today. The image at the bottom is standard dynamic range, and the one at the top is high dynamic range. And I've called out parts of the picture that the high dynamic range can improve. HDR shows a greater range of colors, darker blacks, brighter whites, and they work together to give you more vibrant images with greater depth. If you compare the 2 images, the HDR version shows you far more detail in the dark foliage at the bottom, more colors in the sky so you don't get the color banding, and it shows the sun rays as visible as opposed to being a blown out white blob. Right outside in the hall here in the exhibits area, we have a UHD TV. We have members from the Zencoder team as well, and some content for you to look at so you can see it for yourself during the breaks. 360 video is another big focus for us here at Brightcove. And I'm excited to preview here today, to announce here today that 360 video is now a standard option with the Brightcove player. Our customer, Tourism Australia, has done a beautiful job using 360 video to showcase their awesome country. And to show you that, let me invite up Phil Costa, our Vice President of Product Management.
All right, you got to visualize this web page loading, right? Here we go. All right, looks good. All right, as David said, 360 video is one of the new innovations that a lot of marketing people, a lot of media companies are interested in showing because it really presents content in an interactive way that lets you become immersed in the scene. We've got some great content here of the landscapes and people of Australia from Tourism Australia. It's a great example of the way you could use interactive content to really promote, in this case, a country. We've integrated this in with the Brightcove player, so you get all the advantages of the technological investments we've made, including analytics, so you can measure the performance of your videos. You can see which ones are most engaging, which ones are perhaps not performing as well, and it's a great way to optimize the content that you're creating. And in addition, you can take advantage of things like playlists, which we've done here. So people can navigate through the entire library of interactive content that you created. So I'm sure most of you are now planning on making a trip to Australia. It's certainly a beautiful place. So we're really looking forward to getting your feedback on it and seeing the creativity that some of the people in the audience today will do with 360 video, because it offers a lot of opportunities for storytelling and getting your message across.
Thank you, Phil. Awesome. I know we're, all right, cool, thank you. We have a lot of Aussies in the room, by the way, so thank you for coming all the way from Australia and quite a few from New Zealand as well. It's an incredibly global and international group we have here. So it's going to be an awesome opportunity for people to meet each other and see what's happening all around the world in video. And let's all go to Australia sometime. It looks like fun. So creating great experiences has to be grounded in data, not just gut feel. We already have rich analytics for viewership, for engagement, for devices, for platforms. But too often we're flying blind about what are the viewers actually seeing? What's the quality of experience for the actual viewers? So we're making a major investment in quality of experience reporting. And today I'm happy to preview that we'll be shipping a new solution in the back half of 2016. With the new Brightcove player and our iOS and Android SDKs, we'll help you understand the quality of experience your viewers are getting. This will include playback quality metrics, start times, errors, rebuffering rates, rendition switches, bit rates across devices, geographies, and players. And as with all of our services, the data will be available via API as well as a UI. So you can integrate it into your own alerting systems or dashboards. And I want to also reaffirm our commitment to a number of our partners that do quality of service reporting, such as Nice People at Work that are here at the show. You should go check them out, by the way. They do cool stuff. Their offerings continue to extend our own by providing things we don't, like customer metrics and alerts, as well as quality of service on live video as well. So please check them out during the break today. This will be shipping in the back half of 2016, and we're really excited about it and looking forward to your feedback. So we talked a bunch about how do you create better experiences. Let's talk about the other half, which is how do I reduce complexity? How do I make it easier to get these things to market? As we showed last year, industry evolution has brought increased complexity. Devices, formats, platforms, security, captions. In the past year, it's gotten even more complex. You need to worry about not just your own website, but distribution endpoints like Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. Some of you are also targeting accelerated mobile pages and Facebook Instant Articles. So there's incredible complexity that we all have to deal with. Our vision is you shouldn't need to worry about any of this. Our goal is that you focus on your content, on your audience, and on your business strategy. And the delivery of the video to all of your endpoints should just work and be beautiful. And yes, support all the extra stuff that makes it hard, like accessibility, captions, security. And we made a lot of progress over the last year. The new player supports HLS across all modern browsers. Our new support for common encryption supports multiple DRM types, Widevine, PlayReady, Fairplay, and Marlin. Ingest once and we'll deliver in all those DRM types. Captions, we now support Web VTT and 608, 708 captions for live. So we've made a lot of progress. But I think it's still too hard. It's still too complicated. And so I want to talk a little bit about the innovations we're going to bring to market over the next 12 months that will radically reduce that complexity. It's still a huge challenge to support all of these different endpoints. Yes, I just said we already support HLS, Dash, DRM, multiple caption formats. So you might think, enough already. We got it. But unfortunately, this is one of those proverbial slippery slopes. Apple comes out with, say, a new version of Apple TV and changes the details of the HLS spec they require. Some devices need HLS v3, some need v4, some need particular segment lengths. As HBB TV and consumer devices evolve, we see not just one Dash, but many flavors of Dash. And today, we solve that problem with brute force. We transcode your videos into every possible format and store 20, 50, even 100 different renditions. And then, when a new device comes out, we just retranscode your entire library and store all of these forever. The number of renditions, the cost of creating and storing them, the complexity of managing them keeps escalating. Each new device is a nightmare of planning and testing to support, and while brute force works, it's cumbersome and expensive. And that's only half the problem. What about the devices that don't even exist today, but we want to target tomorrow or next year or the year after? When Apple releases Apple TV version, 10, or Google ships the next version of Android, or the new Xbox hits the street. They're not going to be static and identical to today's devices. Maybe they'll use a different flavor of Dash, or a different tweak on the HLS spec, or a different segment or header length. How do you and how do we keep up? Well, with the brute force method, you got to go back and retranscode your entire library. That means a delay on going live with each new device, and fundamentally coming up with a new business case for each new device. Our view is there's got to be a better way, one that insulates you from having to worry about this at all entirely. So I'm very excited to preview today Brightcove Bolt. That's a code name. An elegant real-time solution for the future of video delivery across all devices. And not just today's devices, but the ones we don't know about yet. With Brightcove Bolt, we eliminate the incremental cost and complexity of delivery to each new device and provide a fundamentally better architecture for video delivery. And Brightcove Bolt will be the back end for all of our products. Instead of taking your file and creating all of the renditions you might possibly need up front, we create the renditions in an intermediate format, and then in real time, just in time, when a device requests a video, we dynamically create the right packaging, the right DRM, the right captions, even the right audio tracks. And so this streamlines the publishing process and lets you reach any device. If a new format comes out, we just add it, and your content will just work without retranscoding your library. Let's have Phil give you a sneak peek.
Great. Thanks, Dave. So as David said, Brightcove Bolt is a set of technologies that's going to transform the way we deliver media through all of our products. What I'm going to be showing you today is how we're integrating it into Video Cloud. And to illustrate that, I'm looking at the ingestion profile page in Video Cloud Studio. So this is today where you define which specific formats and DRMs you want to apply to your content when it's ingested. And as an example, at the bottom here, you see a DRM long form content. This is a typical example from one of our broadcast media customers. They have to deliver to 28 different rendition formats in order to cover all the different devices where their consumers are trying to consume content. That's an enormous amount of complexity that we have to generate upfront, and then a cost that goes on over time as that content sort of lives out on the servers waiting for someone to consume it. With Brightcove Bolt, once again, we're using just-in-time packaging to reduce that set to a very minimal set of different renditions and then dynamically transform them. So you can see here in the Bolt profile, we've only got 7 renditions. Different aspect ratios, different bit rates, and 1 audio track. So let's see how that's going to play out inside of Video Cloud Studio. So I'm switching over here to the upload module, and I'm going to pick a video from my desktop and upload it. Hopefully the network will cooperate. There we go. And you can see up here, I've picked the Bolt profile. So this video is being sent to the Bolt backend. We're going to transcode the videos and make them available to a number of different devices. So I'm going to show you over here some of the devices that we're going to be illustrating this with. So this is a typical example of the kinds of devices that a lot of our media customers want to deliver to, and even a lot of our marketing customers as more and more consumers consume video through these different devices. With those single set of 7 renditions, we've delivered to all 4 devices. We're going to reduce the amount of content you have to store and give you a greater agility in targeting new devices. So what do I mean by greater agility? I'm going to show you a simple screen that we've mocked up. This is not fully integrated into the studio, but it illustrates some of the power of the Bolt technology. As we said before, when you upload a video to Bolt, it's put into an intermediate format, and then we use just-in-time packaging to deliver it to each of the different devices using the format and the DRM that you require. So what that means in practice is that if you need to support a new device, say 3-4 months down the road, all you need to do is go into the configuration, make a change, and instantly your whole library is available in a new format and you can reach a new device. You don't have to spend weeks planning out a retranscode. You don't have to make the business case to actually justify the effort. It's all available there. And it's not just formats we have today. If Apple and Microsoft are working on a new format, which is what they're doing now, we can support that through Bolt and make it available to you, and you can instantly transform your library to be available in that format as well. So it's really powerful. So that's what's coming in Bolt, and I'm going to hand it back to David.
Thank you, Phil. Very cool. So again, you're not going to need to do anything here. It'll use the same dynamic ingest APIs in the studio that we've talked about. So if you're already doing that or you're moving to that, you'll be able to take advantage of Bolt when it ships later this year. Over the summer, we're going to start with a closed beta, and then over time, this will roll out to all our customers as a core part of the back end of both of all our products. So we're really excited about this. It's been 12 years of this brute force method. And it's pretty exciting now that we have a fundamentally better way of delivering video across all these devices. The fact that we can sort of instantly get video to play in these different formats and DRM packages across these different devices, it may seem mundane because we've all watched TV on these different kinds of devices, but the fact that you can do that in real time and instantly is pretty amazing and exciting. So very excited about the innovation here. Another form of complexity that we talked about is not about different devices, but about different endpoints. Increasingly, each of you is delivering video not just on your own properties, but on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and a wide range of other endpoints. And this social distribution is mission critical to aggregating viewers and driving growth. However, what we've heard from many of you when we go out and talk to you guys is it's still too hard to manage all the different tools and processes to get your video where you want it, when you want it, and to manage and measure your video strategy across all of these different endpoints. Today, you need separate teams using separate tools and infrastructures with separate workflows to manage all of this. So wouldn't it be nice if you had a single mission control dashboard to manage all of this across all the properties you care about? So I'm very excited to announce that we're going to solve this for you with a new product called Brightcove Radius. That's also a code name for now. A social distribution product. For the first time, you can have a single dashboard to control your video presence across all your social destinations. The core idea is that you ingest your videos and metadata once, use the tools that you already know in Video Cloud, and now you can publish to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube from one control center. And let's show you. Phil?
Great. Thanks, Dave. So as David said, the goal with Brightcove Radius is to give you a single point of control for publishing video to all your different social channels. So to help me demonstrate this, if you have a Facebook account, and you probably have a phone, you can go to the Brightcove webpage and hit like. And then you'll be following all the updates that we're sending out to our Brightcove page. So inside of Brightcove Video Cloud, we're going to add a new product, currently codenamed Radius. And the goal of this is to let you take all the content that you're already managing inside of Video Cloud and control the way it's distributed out to social networks. So you can see here I've got access to all my videos. I just pick the one I'm interested in and select Publish. And I've already set up a number of Facebook pages, YouTube channels, and a Twitter account that I can distribute this video to. So I'm not going to send them out to my colleague Aaron's page. I'm going to send them out to the Brightcove page. And you can see here I can customize the video metadata. This is one of the key things we learned when we went out and talked to social media managers, is that they don't just want to send out the same message to each of the different audiences. They want to customize the message because the people on Twitter respond to different things than the people on YouTube and Facebook. And so this gives you one consolidated interface to customize the metadata, make the message tuned to that particular audience. And you can also take advantage of the individual attributes that are part of those social networks, such as a category here on Facebook. And lastly, we're going to help you set up calls to action, which I'll show you in just a moment, if I can type and talk. There we go. All right, so I'm going to publish this out, and you'll see that instantly Video Cloud is managing the distribution of that social video out to these different platforms. So while it's doing that, let me show you some of the other ways we're going to help you customize the content. The second thing we learned when we talked to media managers is they wanted to not distribute the exact same video to all the different destinations. In some cases, short-form video works better than long-form video, or vice versa. So we're going to provide you with a way to clip the videos so you can provide a short, brief thing that's going to be most impactful given the sort of modality of the different social networks. And because people are experiencing your content off your sites, will allow you to attach bumpers if you want to have a brand stinger that goes out in front of the video, or a bumper at the end if you want to reinforce your brand as people sort of end the video. And you'll be able to save those and distribute them through the same tools I was just showing you earlier. Then thirdly, the last thing we learned was if you're pushing all this video out to social networks, you want to make sure you can measure the response. So we're building in analytics into this tool so you can see the activity that you're generating across all these different social networks. You can see which videos are performing best as you distribute them, as well as drill down into individual videos and see how they're performing across the different social networks. Because it's very likely that one piece of content works well on YouTube, but doesn't work quite as well on Facebook, or vice versa. All right, so let's go back here and take a look. And it looks like our video has finished, so I'm going to click through to Facebook. There's the same page we were looking at earlier. There's the video. There's the bumper we attached to it. What you're seeing is one of the advantages of publishing natively on Facebook, which is autoplays inside of the news feed. And hopefully, if the network's not completely overwhelmed, some of you may be seeing this video as well on your phones. I'm going to fast forward to the end. And you can see there's the bumper we stuck on the end with our brand. And there's the call to action. And if I click on that, it brings me back to the Brightcove web page, which in this case is a landing page. We're using our own technology to help get people signed up for the beta. So we're very excited to be bringing this into beta testing next month. And if you're interested, please go to brightcove.com/social-beta. We're really excited to be getting feedback on the way we've built out this tool. Our UX team is here to get feedback on some of the workflows we're building out. And we're really excited to be helping you manage the distribution of your video out to all these social networks. David?
Thank you. What do you think? That's pretty cool. So it'll be, it's coming pretty quickly here. It'll be in beta this quarter. It'll ship in the second half of 2016. Another aspect of complexity is delivering live. And consumption of live video continues to grow exponentially on the internet. We've been investing in a major re-architecture of all our live products to provide you with much more capability. So I want to preview the next generation of Brightcove Live. You'll use a new Brightcove Live module in the Video Cloud Studio to access all of the live functionality, from setting up live events and configuring streams, monitoring them, publishing VOD versions after the event. We're also adding live clipping, so you can select key pieces during the live event and create a VOD asset to highlight for immediate publishing. And of course, you can then leverage the Radius module to push those clips out to social media. I've spoken about device reach for VOD, but it's equally important for live. So not only will our new live architecture support HLS, but it will also support MPEG-Dash, which is needed to reach devices like connected TVs and streaming boxes. Of course, many of you need to monetize live streams. So we're adding the ability to protect those live streams through DRM, and also insert advertising via server-side or client-side ad insertion. So there's a lot more to talk about, and this one is one where we're not ready to go into all the details yet. But for now, I want to show you a quick demo of what's possible to whet your appetite. Phil?
Hey, thanks, David. As David said, we're investing in our live architecture, and one of the key goals is to enable a lot more advanced workflows. So what we're looking at here is the DVR of a live stream, and you can see me with the one TV that's not quite working. So one of the key workflows we wanted to enable is live clipping. The ability to extract the small VOD clip from a live stream and then be able to publish it on your website or push it out to social networks. That's great for a live event like this one. It's also great for a lot of our broadcast customers who want to take the live stream as it's coming out of the control room and immediately take it live. So as we said, this is not a final product, it's just a demo. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a starting point. Right about here, we got the 4 TVs. And then let it play for a few minutes, or for a few seconds. Set an endpoint, and we can create a clip. So the APIs and the platform we're building out enables us to reach into that live DVR stream, extract that piece of content, and then immediately make it available for publishing. And here's the preview of it, and you can see there's the TVs. And as David was saying, the next step of this process is to push it into Video Cloud so we can then apply all the tools and technologies that we worked on to push it out to social networks, publish it on your website, give you other ways to customize it. So it's a great way to really automate those workflows and take full advantage of the live content that you're creating through our platform or through your own production.
Super. Cool. This will be available in the back half of this year. And this is just a small taste of the many things we're working on in live. It's going to be a really fundamental new part of our architecture and all our products. Now let's talk a little bit more about improving the business impact. There isn't a one-size-fits-all use case for video. There's an unlimited number of use cases we see day to day, and they're probably represented by everyone here in this room doing all the different things you're doing with video. Improving the experience and reducing complexity are arguably job one. Whatever your business, more views, better experience drives more value. Reducing complexity reduces your costs and lets you focus on the core. But we also see higher order problems that we can address to help you transform your business. That's why several years ago we started to build out our two business units. As a company, we organized around one group that's focused on media companies and another group focused on solutions for enterprises generally, with a focus on digital marketing and communications in particular. I want to briefly touch on our investments to drive your business results, but following this keynote, Karen Chaffee, who leads our digital marketing and enterprise business, and Anil Jain, who leads our media business, will each give keynotes on the core trends, opportunities, and challenges we see in each of those markets, as well as speak more about the solutions we're bringing to market. So, one of the media solutions we're talking about is over-the-top video. And it's hard to talk about online video today without talking about OTT, or over-the-top video. For those of you on the enterprise side of the house, what we're talking about is just a fancy way of saying direct delivery of video from content providers to end viewers without any distribution partners in between. Excuse me. While a few well-known brands like Netflix and Hulu and HBO Now dominate the OTT conversations, the past 2 years have seen thousands of smaller OTT offerings emerge. They range from services targeting broad audiences with niche content to niche audiences with broad content, a wide range of use cases. And they employ a range of business models, from ad-supported to subscription to transactional to all of the above. And as different as they are, however, many have one important thing in common. They don't have the time or the financial resources that the major players have to get their offering to market. The challenge is how to help them get their content up and running quickly, affordably, and with incredibly good quality. So I'm pleased to talk to you today about a new product we announced a few weeks ago at NAB together with our partner Excedo, Brightcove OTT Flow, powered by Excedo. This here is a sample of the kinds of OTT experiences you can create with OTT Flow. You'll note it looks a lot like some of the major brand OTT services, and that's important. We're giving you a lot of the best practices, designs, and functionality already proven in the market. OTT Flow addresses the problem I just described, providing a quick, low-cost, high-quality, turnkey solution to delivering OTT content to viewers. We've created what we think is a compelling economic model. There's no upfront costs, it's just a flat monthly fee, and simple add-ons if you want to extend the functionality. If you want to see how easy it can be to build, manage, and support an OTT service, again, right outside the door here, we have a booth where we're going to be showing off OTT Flow during the Play conference, but also check out Anil Jain's keynote following this keynote. We're also focused on the challenges facing ad-supported media offerings. It's a challenging time for many publishers to figure out how to maximize the revenue they can generate from their content. They face two related problems. How do you deliver a good, consistent, TV-like experience that won't alienate your viewers? And how do you deal with the challenge of ad blockers as they become more and more mainstream? With some publishers reporting 30, 40, even 50% of their audience using ad blockers, it's becoming impossible for publishers to run their business. To address this problem, we introduced Brightcove Lift, which brought together Once, our server-side ad insertion product, and our player to give you the best of all worlds. You get the fastest loading, most standards-based player experience, the ability to have client-side interactivity you want on the player, like click-throughs and blocking the scrubber bar. And finally, a TV-like experience where the video just flows through and isn't blocked by ad blockers. And we're seeing great results. Companies from Network 10 in Australia to Vox.com in the United States are utilizing these offerings and reporting happier customers, better monetization, better ROI. Server-side ad insertion and Brightcove Lift deliver a more seamless TV-like ad experience. It's not disrupted by ad blockers, and a better experience for both the viewer and a better monetization model for the publisher. And Neil's going to talk a lot more about this and about the evolution in the advertising space, including the new VAST 4.0 standards and VAST 2.0 as well. All right, moving to the needs of digital marketers. The challenge is, how do I use video to enhance and drive the customer journey, from awareness to engagement, to conversion, to retention, to advocacy? Marketers' love affair with video, with the web, began 25 years ago with simple web pages, then e-commerce, then email marketing, webinars, campaign automation, and more. What we're focused on is making video as easy to incorporate into your campaigns, marketing campaigns, as any other channel for engagement, and give you the analytics to close the loop and understand attribution and ROI. 2 years ago, at this event, we announced Brightcove Gallery. And last year at this event, we announced Brightcove Audience. The combination of our video marketing suite, Gallery, and Audience lets marketers treat video as a first-class citizen in their marketing stack. And that's really exciting, because we all know that video is the most effective form of marketing communications. Karen's going to go much deeper on real-world examples of what this can mean and preview some cool new innovations in both of these solutions. We talked about reducing complexity and enabling better experiences. New solutions are solving specific problems like ad blockers, OTT apps, demand, and conversion for marketing. But that's not all. As I mentioned, video is a fundamental data type and needs to be a first-class citizen in a near infinite number of use cases and solutions. And so that's why we've been so focused on building out Brightcove as a platform and an ecosystem around that. So to give you a sense of Brightcove as a platform, I could show you our API documentation or a bunch of architecture diagrams. But instead, well, let's show a video.
I know when to build out and when to tie in, get things done. We've lots of video and the system's all in place, but pieces incomplete. So much work I wanna cry, but I'll try. Brightcove has the tools, they have the flair we need, but how to integrate? Kiss my sanity bye-bye. But I'll try. Hang on just a second. APIs. Give me options. APIs. End to end. APIs. I can choose to DIY. Whole solutions. DIY. Choose your module. DIY. Manage all my POD. Serve dynamic. Save on storage. All because of APIs. This could really work. It's all REST-based design for the service in the cloud. All my worries go bye-bye. So let's try. They have what I need there. APIs. First ingested. APIs. Live in code. APIs. Don't forget the CMS. Access content. CMS. Manage players. CMS. We can tackle OTT. Add insertion. Analytics. I love all these APIs. 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 APIs.
I certainly couldn't say it better than that. So everyone in the video is from Brightcove and probably at the show, so feel free to ask them to put on a little impromptu performance or tell you more about the APIs. So Brightcove as a platform is important for two reasons. First, as we just saw in the video, it enables customers like yourselves, I'm sure that really represents your daily life at work, to build really cool things that utilize video to move your business ahead. But second, it's also important for enabling a rich ecosystem of partners to build integrations so you can have a seamless workflow across your tech stack. Plus, really cool functionality beyond what we've done ourselves. The breadth of innovation that's possible with our partner ecosystem is really incredible. Our ecosystem of partners is truly best in breed, and many of them are sponsoring our event here today. And so please check them out in the exhibits, and also tonight at the party. It should be great. I want to highlight one of these many partners today. Vemba is working with our player APIs, the studio APIs, the CMS APIs, and our analytics API to deliver a truly groundbreaking solution inside of Video Cloud for content distribution and syndication. And I want to introduce to you today the CEO of our partner Vemba, Garrick Tiplady, with whom we built this integration. Garrick, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, there you go.
That video is going to be a hard act to follow. Thank you. I'm really excited to announce the launch of our partnership with Brightcove today. Shortly, media customers can access all of Vemba's video distribution and content discovery platform directly from within their Brightcove account. Together with Brightcove, we've made it possible for media companies to syndicate video across all platforms with control and transparency. The Vemba Brightcove solution allows you to scale your video distribution business and generate additional revenue from your premium video assets. Now, if you're looking to ingest external content, we've made it easy for you to access over 500,000 videos from our premium media brands. We've built a platform with the editorial team in mind. We've made it easy to find the right content at the right price. And lastly, as you think around distribution, we provide real-time analytic capability to see how your distribution business is running in real time. So why don't we do this? Let me show you what I'm actually talking about. What you'll see here is the video or the Vemba marketplace built directly within Video Cloud. You can, as you think around video distribution, you can either distribute video, you can discover video, or you can access all of your analytics in real time. Let me first touch on distribution. If you're looking to syndicate video content, you can assign business rules around content access, geographical rights, monetization, by simply creating a channel. You can distribute your content to anyone within the Vemba network, or you can distribute to a private network. By private network, we mean you can distribute and set up content to a specific set of publishers that only you define. Unique to Vemba, you can also choose the price model by which you want to monetize your content. You can sell content alone without video advertising, whereby you can set it on a CPM basis. You can set licensed content on a flat rate license fee. You can also distribute content with advertising where you pay out on a flat rate CPM, or conversely, you can set it up as a revenue share basis. For the purpose of today, what I'm going to do is set up a channel. And I'm going to set up a channel whereby I'm going to provide my content to, say, the editorial team of the LA Times. I have the ability to whitelist the LA Times directly within the platform. I can set the pricing, and I can schedule the flight date around when I want my content to go live. Once I've done that, I can set geographical restrictions in terms of where I want my content to be played. Importantly, you can also select the video that you want to choose. You can go in, pick from any of your content that's already loaded into your Brightcove account, and you can now choose and select that video for distribution. Once I've done that, I can choose my player. Your Brightcove player will automatically be loaded into your Vemba account, and you can now choose to distribute your content with your Brightcove player. If you so choose, by setting an override, you can have the partner who's ingesting your content swap out the Brightcove player with the player that they happen to be using. And then lastly, we allow you to set all of the monetization rules. You can leverage your demand sources, or you can use those of your partners. And as simply as that, you've now just created a channel whereby you can start to monetize your video content. So now, let me switch gears. Let me talk around discovery. So say you're an editorial team and you're looking to supplement the video content on your site. We've got a very powerful content discovery engine that makes it easy for the editorial team to find the right content quickly. I can search across all publishers, or I can filter down to specific producers or brands. I can search by keyword, or if I'm writing an article, I can simply grab the URL of that article, drop it into the Vemba platform, and we'll recommend content that matches the article that you're writing about. From there, you can choose the video. You can preview video. And as you go in, you can also now review and pick content that we've now recommended to you in real time. So it's a very straightforward process to now find the right content quickly. Once I've done that, I can go in and now I can choose monetization options. I can order my playlist and I can actually pick the player that I want to distribute my content to. And then lastly, what we provide you the ability to do is go in and pick format options or video play configuration options. Once that's done, you simply hit save. We provide you an embed code and you can drop that into any CMS and have your video up and running instantly. Lastly, we provide you the ability to see all of the analytics down to the website, video, or playlist basis where you can access your content and manage your video distribution in real time. So to summarize, we are very excited to be partnered with Brightcove. And importantly, we're excited to offer you an integrated set of tools where you can manage your syndication business and at the same time access content from the world's leading brands. Thank you and enjoy the rest of play.
Isn't that awesome? We have many partners that are integrating with our player and with our APIs, but this is our first example where we've actually enabled integration directly into the Brightcove Studio. So really compelling, single sign-on, ingest your content once, set up your players once, and then use all of the tools from Vemba for your content syndication as well as content discovery. So thank you. I'm super thrilled for our publishing customers to have access to this. It'll be available very, very shortly. By the end of the quarter, it'll show up as a new menu item in the Brightcove Studio for all our media customers. Before I draw to a close this morning, I want to thank once again our platinum sponsors, Akamai and the Oracle Marketing Cloud team. And I want to welcome you all to 2 days of great panels and presentations and hands-on sessions. We've been doing this event now, I think, for 5 years. And for me, my favorite thing is not the content we present, but the opportunity to get to know people from all around the world that are doing exciting things. And I really want to encourage all of you to take advantage of the time between the sessions, the coffee breaks, the party tonight, the exhibits area, to talk to each other, to talk to our partners, to learn about what's going on around the world. All of you, and you can see many of the customers that are here today up on the screen, are doing incredible things with video. And we can all learn from what's happening in Japan and what's happening in Australia and what's happening in Europe and share that information and share knowledge among each other. So with that, thank you and enjoy the show.
Say